Bright QT. Every student matters.
Let us now discuss the back exercises very quickly. So, who is known as the father of modern education? We all know that it was Charles Grant, who was known as the father of modern education. What is Charter Act of 1813? We all know what is the Charter Act of 1813. We've learned about the Charter Act of 1813. All these questions that you have in the back exercise, they're all direct questions from your chapter. So I don't think you'd have any problem in answering them. The chairman of the Secondary Education Commission, 1952, again, it is given in your book. Then the other name for the Mudaliar Commission, again, it is very well stated in the book that so the other name for the Mudaliar Commission was after Dr. A. Lakshman Swami Mudaliar. He was the chairman, which answers the question number 3. And the other name for the Mudaliar Commission, as we know, was the Secondary Education Commission, 1952. Who was the chairman of the Education Commission for 1964-66? Again, that is written in your book. What is SSA, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, RMSA, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan? What was the objective of RMSA, secondary education? When did the government of India approve the revised name of RMSA? So it was when? It was in the year 2000, I believe. So just a second. So it was in the year 2009 when the government, which this Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan was implemented. What is RTE, the Right to Education Act? What do you understand by equalization of education opportunity? That means education opportunity to be given to the students irrespective of their caste, creed, equality, gender. Discuss the recommendation for teachers in the Education Commission. So there is an entire paragraph which is given on what all are the requirements for a teacher to be a part of the education field. You have to write them. Then methods which were suggested by the new national policy. There are so many methods. Depending on the marks, you have to write them. The way suggested for women empowerment, again, there are various ways which are suggested for the women empowerment according to the new national policy. You have to write them on the basis of the marks. What were the changes Hunter suggested to improve education in India? So the Hunters Act, whatever were the changes that he suggested, you have to write that. Explain what were the 4 steps that were suggested in the Woods Dispatch. So the Woods Dispatch, we've learned about the Woods Dispatch in detail and what were the 4 steps. You know, any 4 rather, although there are 8 steps which are given in your book. You have to write any 4 steps out of them. The new changes that took place in the Kothari Commission, again from the book. So as I said, this has got all the direct questions, nothing which requires you to think. The objective of the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan given in your book. What was the communitization of education in Nagaland? We've just learned about it. The community schools to be made better and to be improved with the coordination of both state and central government. Discuss the ways and means suggested for the participation of village community in the educational process. So whatever processes have been written, you know, for the villages to be an active participant in the educational process, you have to write that. The features of Right to Education Act, you have to write. Now comes the HOTS, higher order thinking skills. These are again all the direct questions. What is the role of equality education according to the new national policy written in your book? Do you think the communitization of education in Nagaland will improve the working of government schools? how. So, yes, we certainly believe that the government schools functioning is going to get better because of the role that is entrusted upon them by the state, because of the mutual coordination that exists between the state and the central government, and the financial aid which is supported by them. The right of children to free and compulsory education Act 2009 is a giant step in the field of education in India. So the right of children to free and compulsory education is indeed the biggest step that could have been taken in the field of education, because it empowered the children to get free education till the age of 14, elementary education plus the certification for the same, provided the same is given in good and cordial environment and good and cordial, structures, and looking after the classrooms, the teachers, the teaching methodology. So yes, this will certainly take a leap towards uh, the universalization of secondary education as well. So with this, my dear students, we come to the end of this chapter. I hope the chapter was clear to you. I'm going to pause here now and we'll see you soon in my next lecture.